So here's the park. You'll notice there's plenty of space between all of the campers. It's not tight like some places we've seen before. There's a combination of motorhomes, fifth wheels. There's actually some on-site model units, I think they call them. But still have a pretty big gap between us and our neighbor. There you go, there's our truck, there's the new trailer. Still have the Tesla. Not gonna give that up. We're actually gonna get rid of Rosa's Kia Rondo instead. Having a Tesla is like driving for free. So this is a Forest River Cardinal limited version. I'll show you why they call it limited here in a minute. But this unit came with an outside kitchen. All right, there's a refrigerator. You know, you're supposed to hold beer and wine and stuff like that in here, but yeah, water for now. And there's some storage up above. It came with this outside grill thing too. So what you do is you mount it to this rail right here, and then there's a gas connection underneath, and then you just put it on top of that, and so you got outside grilling. We've tried it a couple of times. Doesn't work all that great. I mean, it's okay, but there's also a water connection inside here, so use that over here for washing down stuff or hosing the kids off, whichever. So this is one of 3 slides that go out. So let me see if I can get you a good picture of the back. So kind of nestled back in here into the woods. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Lucy, what are you doing? What you doing? There's our power connection. Ladder access to the roof, get to the AC units and some vents. We got our sewer connection over there. Then we have our water connection. So that's hot water heater right there, then furnace for gas heat for inside. This is the water bay. So water comes in here and feeds the trailer or the camper. And then also that black hose is for doing the black hose rinse or the black tank rinse out. So you rinse it out when you're flushing it, so you know, make sure you get all the gooky stuff out. Then there's a bunch of levers there for flipping it around to different configurations. Those are the levers for cleaning out the tanks. The gray stay open all the time, the black stays closed. Once a week, open up the black tank. That's the other slide. That's actually for the living room. And this slide is for the bedroom. There's a bay underneath here that's has all the stuff in there, the batteries. It's a utility bay, so or mechanical bay. It's batteries in there. The pump for the hydraulic system for the landing legs are all routed through that compartment in there. There's still storage space in there too. I got some stuff in there. There's the hitch. We've got a tripod on that to kind of help stabilize the front end so that, you know, reduces some of the shaking and shimmying around and stuff. There's a truck. I showed you a video of that. You can go to another video and see all of that. So this weekend will be our first trip with the fifth wheeler out in the wild, as it were. So about a week ago, we hooked up to it and went to the mall, practice backing up and moving around and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. But now the real test is going out on a real road trip. So we're getting ready to do that this weekend. We'll get some video of that as we make that. Not as bad as the other side, but still you can see it's pass-through storage. So there's plenty of space in there for storing stuff, and we've already got a lot of stuff. All Alright, got a picnic table. We got our chairs. I got the wheels covered up. Try to keep the UV off of them. They'll last a little longer that way. Got some yellow bricks underneath the landing pads to kind of help keep them from stretching out so much. So that makes the unit a lot more stable. I got this thing right here, this little deck step thing off of Amazon. So when you're stationary for a long period of time, it's easier going up and down one of these kind of things instead of just using the steps that come with it, which are what those are right there. So when we're traveling, we'll just be using those, and then this step thing will be out of the way. This site we have for the whole year, so it's an annual site for us. So this will be our home base. We'll always kind of come back to this spot. We'll hook up and go to various locations, and then come back here and camp out for a little while we wait to go for the next spot. Let's show you the inside. Okay, so this is the inside. So we have a residential refrigerator in the kitchen. This is just like a regular house refrigerator. Great for storing a lot of stuff. And this one came with 2 freezer drawers instead of 1 big freezer drawer. So a lot of space in there for holding food. We got cabinets up here, plenty of storage space. And then down here too, there's plenty of storage space too. That blank spot right there is for the furnace. So that's where that houses, and then runs ducts out to the rest of the house to heat it up. We haven't actually used that yet. Okay. Then the kitchen has a gas stove with a range. We got our toaster oven there, a regular full-size microwave. Got storage over both sides. And then there's garbage in there and drawers. You know, the drawers have that soft closing thing. See that? That's just so that they don't open up when they're traveling around also. Have this spice rack, double spice rack. Lots of drawers over here on this side too. And then there's a pantry. Turn the light on there. Pretty big size pantry. It holds a lot of different stuff in there. Here. Meet that TV. Then the sink has a big sink in it, right? This is a pretty cool feature. It has this little roll-up thing over there so you can dry dishes and stuff like that. Opens the sink up too, so you don't have to have a big thing in there. And then there's plenty of storage underneath the island. Got our recliners over here. They do reclining and massaging. And then the dogs' beds, of course, have to have beds for the dogs. That sofa couch actually turns into a...
Peanut. Lucy.
That couch actually turns into a sofa bed. They have storage above, too, for stuff. Then we have a fireplace, which actually puts out quite a bit of heat. So we've been using this when it gets cool instead of turning on the regular house furnace. That actually works pretty good. But it also has different colors, so you can change it. Red, blue, yellow. Just leave it on yellow mostly because that looks like a natural fire. It has a radio, CD player, DVD players kind of all built into that, and plays off the TV and speakers inside and outside. TV came with it, and then it also has storage behind the TV. So got a lot of space in here for storing stuff or hiding stuff. Nobody would really know this was here unless you told them. So that's a really nice feature. This accesses that same storage space here too, but only on one side. And then this desk area here, this was a dining table and chairs. You took the dining table out and then put in these 2 cabinets and then the countertop. And so I could have access to a computer on here, and we use this as an office area instead of for eating. For eating, we just generally use, you know, the tables, TV tables and stuff like that. But you can eat there too if you wanted to. Plenty of storage underneath the island. And then on this side too, I also installed a water filter, so for all the cold water coming to the sink, it's all filtered. Even though it's filtered coming in, I double filter it. There's a little bench here for shoe storage and stuff like that by the front door. And we'll go upstairs. Here. Open this closet up. So here's a utility closet with all the cleaning supplies in there. Oops. Then this is the access panel that controls most of the camper. So power supplies through here, all the lights are controlled through here, the slides are controlled through here, battery management systems in here, that kind of stuff. Okay, coming up into here. What, you gotta be on this side.
It's very hard to control this machine. Okay.
Just do it all from right here. Okay. So this is the bedroom. Beds are a little hard to make because it's a little tight back here, but you get the idea. It's actually a king size, slightly smaller than a king size bed. You have plenty of closet storage. And then within this closet, especially on this side, there's a shoe rack on the back end of that. So you can see you got plenty of storage in the nose of the camper also. Okay. And then on this side too, this is where the washer and dryer would go. So you can see there's hookups for washer, dryer, and power. But we're using it just like a regular closet for now. We may get a washer dryer later, but for now the park's got its own thing, so it's sufficient. Okay, there you go, all caught up. All right, so that's our camper, the truck. You've seen a little bit of our site that we're in here. This is our home base. We'll be here for at least a couple, 3-4 years, something like that, before the next adventure, whatever that winds up being. So off to Fort Myers next, and we'll get you some information on that as we develop that whole thing. All righty, wish us luck. Ciao.